When it comes to budgeting for those non-monthly expenses, like insurance, property taxes, or even that annual subscription you forgot about, it's easy to let it slip through the cracks and wreck your financial plans. But don't worry, I've got you covered. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to keep your budget on track without those expenses throwing you off. Stick with me, because I'm going to share a little-known tactic that will change how you handle non-monthly expenses forever. So, let's dive into it. The first thing you need to do is set up a dedicated account for these expenses. And no, I'm not talking about just randomly saving money wherever you can. You need to have a clear, separate spot where you're putting money aside each month for those big annual payments. Whether it's a savings account, a high-yield savings account, or an envelope system, just make sure it's dedicated. Now, this is a trick I've used for years, and it's saved me a ton of stress every time those non-monthly bills roll around. It forces you to be intentional about saving for them, and trust me, when the bill comes, you won't feel blindsided. But here's the key. Calculate exactly how much you need to save every month. If your annual insurance payment is $200, don't just put a random amount in that account hoping it'll work out. Do the math. $200 divided by 12 equals $100 per month. Simple. For the next step, make sure you build it into your budget as a non-negotiable expense. This is something you're paying for regardless of what else is going on in your life, so treat it like any other bill. That means it needs to go on the list of essential monthly expenses before anything else. And I want to tell you this, a lot of people overlook this part, which is why they end up scrambling for money when the bill finally comes. That's the last thing you want. You know, back in my early career, I used to just wing it with non-monthly expenses. And let me tell you, it wasn't pretty. I'd get to the end of the year and find myself stressed out with late fees or credit card debt because I hadn't planned properly. That's why this next step is critical. Automate your savings. Set up an auto transfer from your checking account to that dedicated account each month. If you automate it, it's less likely you'll skip a month or forget about it. But here's the real game changer. Look ahead. Think about upcoming non-monthly expenses and plan for them now. If you know your car registration is coming up, start saving for it 3 or 4 months in advance. The sooner you plan, the easier it is to adjust your budget without being blindsided. This is where a lot of people fail. They only budget for what's in front of them, not what's down the road. And when it comes to non-monthly expenses, if you wait until the last minute, you'll be stuck. Lastly, if you really want to avoid any budgeting nightmares, review your non-monthly expenses every quarter. This allows you to keep track of what's coming up and adjust your monthly savings if needed. For example, if your car insurance goes up, you don't want to find out last minute that you're $50 short. A quick quarterly check keeps you on top of things. To recap, open a dedicated savings account, calculate your monthly savings, treat it as a non-negotiable expense, automate the savings process, and review every few months. By following these steps, you'll keep your budget on track and never feel caught off guard by those non-monthly expenses again. And here's the best part. You won't have to deal with the stress that comes from those unexpected bills anymore. You're now in control, and your budget is stronger than ever. So, if you found value in this video and want more tips on keeping your finances in check, hit that subscribe button. I'm here to give you advice that's completely unbiased. No affiliate commissions, no hidden agendas. Just straight up, practical tips. See you in the next one.